Hello students, we are going to understand the concept of routing, and for that I have taken a very simple kind of network for your understanding. Here you can see total 3 networks are existing. On the left side I have 192.168.10.0 and on the right side I have 192.168.20.0, and these two routers are making third network amongst them, which is 192.168.30.0. Now let's configure each and every device from this router, from this network. So first I will configure the PC, but for that again I need a default gateway for that particular system, and hence first we'll go for configuration of the router 0. So click on the router, go to the configure. Now see, this particular router is connected with this within this network with a fast Ethernet 0/0. So I have to click on the fast Ethernet 0/0. Now here I'll be assigning the IP address to this router. As already I have told you, this particular network is 192.168.10.0. So I will assign the first number of IP to this router, and hence the IP address of this router will be 192.168.10.1. Okay, then the subnet mask will automatically appear and we need to make the port on. Right, now we'll configure accordingly these PCs. So I'll click on the PC, I'll go to the desktop, IP configuration, and at the place of IP address I will write the IP address 192.168.10.2. again the subnet mask will automatically appear, and here in the default gateway I need to mention the IP address of the router 0, which is 192.168.10.1. So the meaning of default gateway is whatever the traffic coming or leaving to this particular system will always go through this particular router only, right? And that's why we need to mention the IP address of this router in the default gateway, right? Now similarly we'll go for configuration of this second PC. So I'll click on the desktop, then IP configuration, and here I will assign the IP address to this PC 192.168.10.3, and default gateway for this one is, that's right, 192.168.10.1. okay, now on the right side we'll go for configuration of this router 1. So I'll click on the router 1. Now here we need to assign the IP address of 20.0, network 20.0. so click on the configure. Again it is connected with the fast Ethernet 0/0. so click on this one and then assign the IP address 192.168.20.1. as this is the first system from this right side network, that's why I have taken 20.1, as same I have taken for the left network 10.1. again the default that subnet mask will automatically appear and we need to make the port on. Now accordingly this will be the default gateway for these two PCs. Okay, we'll assign the IP addresses to these PCs now. So click on the PC, desktop, IP configuration, and here we'll assign the IP address to the selected PC as 192.168.20.2, and the default gateway will be 192.168.20.1. That's it. Now the second PC from the second network, desktop, IP config, then 192.168.20.3, and the default gateway 192.168. What will be this one? Right, so 20.1. Now the left and right network both are configured. Now we need to go for the configuration of this third network, which is formed amongst these two routers, and the network address I have taken is 192.168.30.0. accordingly I will assign 30.1 to the left network and left router and 30.2 to the right router. So we'll do it now. One more thing is, here these two routers are connected to each other by means of serial cable, which is 2/0, right? Accordingly, I will click on the serial 2/0. Now I will assign the IP address 192.168.30.1. Subnet mask automatically appears. Then we'll make the port on. As soon as we are turning the port on, these red dots will turn to green. But here, unless and until we make it this right side router's port on, it will appear red only. Okay, let's do it. Now I'll click on the second router. Now we'll again go for the configuration. Then we'll select the serial cable, and here I'll give the IP address 192.168.30.2, and here I'll be clicking on the port on. So as soon as I'll click, these red dots will turn green. Here it is. So this is the basic configuration we need to make to perform the routing operations in the network. Okay. Now we will be understanding how we can implement EIGRP. EIGRP stands for the Enhanced Interior Gateway Routing Protocol, which is developed by the Cisco, and it is an advanced distance vector routing protocol, so which is used for the routing within an autonomous system, and it is considered a hybrid routing protocol because it incorporates features of both the distance vector as well as the link state protocols. Now we will implement again this protocol with the help of some CLI commands. So first I will click on the router 0, then we'll go to the CLI, we'll simply press enter, and then we'll go for the first command, which is enable, then configure terminal. Then we need to mention the protocol, which is router EIGRP. Press any number, I'll take 100. Then we need to again mention the network addresses with which that particular router is been connected. So network, then I'll mention the first network, which is 192.168.10.0, followed by again wildcard mask, which is 0.0.0.255. Guys, remember here we don't need to mention the area. Okay, then press enter, take another network address, which is 30.0, enter, and then exit, and here you can see the details about the routing with the command show IP route. So connection is been established. Now we'll do the same thing on the second router. So click on this, again go to the CLI, enter, then first command enable, then configure terminal, then router EIGRP 100, then network. Now we have to add two networks, which is 192.168.20.0 followed by wildcard mask, which is 0.0.0.255, and one more network that has to be connected, which is 30.0. Enter, and then exit, and show IP route. Now we'll find all these three networks been connected. We'll test it by sending a simple PDU from network 1 to network 2. it takes time, as already I told you about this. Will take some time for the handshake, and now it's been successful. So this way we can implement the third dynamic routing protocol, which is EIGRP. Thank you.